The Sahel is the ecoclimatic and biogeographic realm of transition in Africa between the Sahara to the north and the Sudanian savanna to the south. Having a semi-arid climate, it stretches across the south-central latitudes of northern Africa between the Atlantic Ocean and the Red Sea. The name is derived from the Arabic term for coast, shore. This is explained as being used in a figurative sense. However, such figurative use is unattested in classical Arabic, and it has been suggested that the word may originally have been derived from the Arabic word sal, plain. Instead, the Sahel part of Africa includes from west to east parts of northern Senegal, southern Mauritania, central Mali, northern Burkina Faso, the extreme south of Algeria, Niger, the extreme north of Nigeria, the extreme north of Cameroon and Central African Republic, central Chad, central and southern Sudan, the extreme north of South Sudan, Eritrea and the extreme north of Ethiopia. Historically, the western part of the Sahel was sometimes known as the Sudan region. This belt was roughly located between the Sahara and the coastal areas of West Africa. The Sahel spans 5,900 kilometers. It is a transitional ecoregion of semi-arid grasslands, savannas, steppes, and thorn shrublands lying between the wooded Sudanian savanna to the south and the Sahara to the north. The topography of the Sahel is mainly flat. Most of the region lies between 200 and 400 meters in the south. The Sahel is mostly covered in grassland and savanna, with areas of woodland and shrubland. Grass cover is fairly continuous across the region, dominated by annual grass species such as Centris biflorus, Schoenefeldia gracilis and Aristida stipoides. Species of acacia are the dominant trees, with Acacia totalis the most common, along with Acacia senegal and Acacia lata. Other tree species include Commiphora africana, Balanites aegyptiaca, Phaidherbia albida, and Boscia senegalensis. In the northern part of the Sahel, areas of desert shrub, including Panicum turgidum and Aristida seburna, alternate with areas of grassland and savanna. During the long dry season, many trees lose their leaves and the predominantly annual grasses die. The Sahel was formerly home to large populations of grazing mammals, including the scimitar horned oryx, red-fronted gazelle, along with large predators like the African wild dog, the lion, or extinct. The seasonal wetlands of the Sahel are important for migratory birds moving within Africa and on the African-Eurasian flyways. The Sahel has a tropical semi-arid climate. The climate is typically hot, sunny, dry and somewhat windy all year long. The Sahel's climate is similar to, but less extreme than, the climate of the Sahara Desert located just to the north. The Sahel mainly receives a low to very low amount of precipitation annually. The steppe has a very long, prevailing dry season and a short rainy season. The precipitation is also extremely irregular, and varies considerably from season to season. Most of the rain usually falls during 4 to 6 months in the middle of the year, while the other months may remain absolutely dry. The interior of the Sahel region generally receives between 200 mm and 700 mm of rain yearly. A system of subdivisions often adopted for the Sahelian climate based on annual rainfall is as follows. The Saharan Sahelian climate, with mean annual precipitation between around 100 and 200 mm. The relative humidity in the steppe is low to very low, often between 10% and 25% during the dry season and between 25% and 75% during the rainy season. The least humid places have a relative humidity under 35%. The Sahel is characterized by constant, intense heat, with an unvarying temperature. The Sahel rarely experiences cold temperatures. During the hottest period, the average high temperatures are generally between 36 and 42 degrees Celsius. During the coldest period, the average high temperatures are between 27 and 33 degrees Celsius. The Sahel has a high to very high sunshine duration year-round, between 2,400 hours and 3,600 hours. The sunshine duration in the Sahel approaches desert levels, and is comparable to that in the Arabian Desert. For example, even though the Sahel is only a steppe and not a desert, the cloud cover is low to very low. For example, Niamey, Niger has 3082 hours of bright sunshine. Gao, Mali has near 3385 hours of sunshine. Timbuktu, Mali has 3409 sunny hours. And N'Djamena, Chad has 3205 hours of sunlight. Traditionally, most of the people in the Sahel have been semi-nomads, farming and raising livestock in a system of transhumance, which is probably the most sustainable way of utilizing the Sahel. The difference between the dry north with higher levels of soil nutrients and the wetter south with more vegetation is utilized by having the herds graze on high-quality feed in the north during the wet season, and trek several hundred kilometers to the south to graze on more abundant but less nutritious feed duri.